through the route of Interpol and all those things, that might then also attract if, for example, with the doctor who already there's a warrant of arrest in terms of her to be tried here for the cases that she needs to be tried for. So that can be a case that is in between extradition. So that's why we're saying we'll have to await this team that is going to Tanzania with regards to her so that they can clear it. But the Tanzanian state, it is within their powers to decide and look at the case and say this is a clear deportation. These people must just be deported back to their country in South Africa for because they are here illegal. But you will understand there is a Mozambican national there. So that also complicates the whole issue because that Mozambican national, there will also be another process that needs to deal with him as a Mozambican citizen and whether there are crimes that we want him here in South Africa for and all those things. So all those will have to be the process that the officials are going tomorrow to Tanzania. They will then report to the National Commissioner of Police and then decide that the best route to deal with is this with this in the case by case is this one. With this one, this is the best route. And the guys in Tanzania, they are saying this is how they are going to deal with them. They've agreed this is the way forward. So that is the is the kind of summary I can try to put together. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Minister. I'll take questions in here. Let's be brief, colleagues. Ministers have to travel elsewhere today still. Yeah. Just ask a question and then drop. Then the next person asks the question, then we drop. Let's make it quick like that.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'm Shamana from Eastern Africa. I think the best person to respond to this one is Minister Lamola. Now, the escape has raised concerns about the loopholes within the correctional services system. Has the government noticed or identified any possible acts which could indicate elements of corrupt activities? That's the first question. And then the second question is has the government identified any people outside the correctional services who might have been involved in this escape, and also anyone who might have assisted Bester and Dr. Nandipa, and how far are the investigations?
And the minister said they were found in possession of several passports. Do you get the exact number of passports that they were in possession of? And then how many officials have been implicated in this mess so far?
It's Mawande again from the Sunday Web. Get concerned but I'm naming with your answer on the real name of Thabo Bester. And the reason I say so, perhaps now let me bounce the question further to Minister Oz. What was the name that he was registered with at the Mangaung Correctional Center? Surely you must have had his ID or even a passport when he was the real president before this dramatic escape. That's number one. Two, on the issue of the now Mr. Bester, if it's him, what confirmation steps would be taken that are conclusive enough scientifically, such as the DNA test? Have they been taken, in fact, up to the stage? Because I hear Minister continue saying confirmed, but I doubt just an appearance in terms of the face alone is enough, because I mean, from where I sit, the man just continues to look a bit different from time to time. And then secondly, or maybe thirdly, General Masemola, we understand that there's a top brass of subs officials that are in Durban. What were they there for? Was there any intelligence that Dr. Bakutumana might be somewhere in the vicinity of KZN or in Durban in particular? Because there is a thing that she was spotted somewhere in Durban last week in the north of Durban. Is that true to begin with, that she was spotted there? And if she was spotted there at the time, why were the police unable to round her up and arrest her? And then finally, Dosi, at a higher level of the police, what do you say to those that say it now appears that there might be a cover up at the highest level of the police? When I say highest level, I don't mean you. It could be generals or heads of particular divisions. Because, I mean, recently, during the national shutdown, we saw the kind of resources that our state security cluster has which could have been deployed in this particular case as well, which has dragged on for 2 weeks now, at least after the revelation that Mr. Bester had escaped. For him to be able to go outside South Africa, jump at least 2 further countries to get to Tanzania with the kind of resources that we saw during the national shutdown that our security cluster possesses. Do you believe that those who say there might have been a cover-up and implication at the highest level of people within the security cluster, particularly the police, is true? Thank you very much.
Okay. Let me also just take a couple of questions online, Minister, so that we save some time. Okay, you can go.
Asari Grove again from Capital Life. Minister Lamola, I just want to ask this question that angers most South Africans, and I'm one of them, by the way, about the contract the G4S is having with the department, DCS. Are we still keeping that contract after the G4S confirmed several times that definitely Thabo Bester is the one that died? And on top of that, they didn't attend the parliamentary engagement that they were invited for. I'm saying we are angry because it clearly shows that it's something that they don't just take serious, because they're saying contractual obligations, this and that. As a minister, where you're sitting now, what is it that is in your mind taking South Africans into confidence that G4S has to account to this mess that we have currently? Then question number 2, I'm done with this one.
Make it also crisp.
I'm done with just this one. No, I'm saying this is the last question.
Yeah, but I'm saying also cut the preamble.
Sure. I hear that tomorrow there's a team that is going to Tanzania. Approximately, because this case is different, like to those ones that you mentioned. Approximately, when do you expect this team to be back in South Africa? And the third person, do you have the identity? Who is this person? If maybe you can tell us. Thank you.
Okay, Minister, let me read the questions that we have on the online platforms. And also to be brief, from the South African Broadcasting Corporation, Ms. Sophie Mukwena asked, is there any possibility that they were helped by the insurgents that are operating in Mozambique with these passports and they were not stamped? The next question is from Vikas Berger. How were they traveling? Was it by car or by foot? The next question is from Adrian Basson, News 24. Please clarify, how were they arrested? Who followed them from Dar es Salaam to Arusha? As mentioned by the Minister of Police, was it SAPS, Crime Intelligence, Interpol, or Tanzanian or other intelligence? And then a question from Fumutso Mudipe, Daily Sun, says, is there a possibility that Dr. Manipa may face, she's already asked this question, we've already answered it. Apologies for that. Let me just go into another group. From Robert Kapu from the Weekly South African Mirror, says, did the Mozambican national leave with the 2 fugitives from South Africa, or they met in Tanzania? Do you have any information on that? And then Slindelo Msigani is coming with a follow-up question. She's asking, we understand that Nandipa's father is also with the police. Has he been arrested or taken into questioning? And then there's a follow-up question as well in relation to that, which says, was a case opened against Nandipa's father, who attempted to fetch a body from Sioba funerals in Soweto? And then a question that says from Newsroom Africa as well, when exactly did the trio leave South Africa? I think, colleagues, these are the questions that we will end off with due to time constraints as well on our part. But we do believe that the answers that the ministers will give will be able to address most of the concerns that colleagues have raised in the questions. I'd like to invite the National Commissioner to address us. Now we all see which team he supports. So.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Thanks to ministers, Minister Police, Minister Justice. Just to, I think the question was the team that is in KwaZulu Natal. You might have heard about the team in KwaZulu Natal, but we have got a bigger team that consists of sub teams, and that's just one part of the team that was in KwaZulu Natal. We make sure we follow up on each and every case out there in the investigation. So there are other teams that were in places which you probably have not yet asked, but there were other teams that have been doing work at other various places. So we have got an investigation team that is situated here in Gauteng and a sub team in Free State, and we are doing the work at all places, and yeah. But some of the questions like the Mozambican national, where where did he join them? We can't at this stage clarify as to where. Uh, Everything is still, we're still going to investigate and will determine as to what happened to that Mozambican and where did he join them in the process. I think those are. Is there any other?
How did they travel to Tanzania by foot or by car?
Well, that we don't know. They were arrested, passports not stamped. So whether they were traveling through car and jump not on the official borders, that we have not yet clarified. We are still clarifying that, and the team that we are sending there will be able to. They will be able to verify all those facts. We cannot say also when and how long will the team be there, but we will update the nation as the team is there.
Yeah, with regards to how they escaped and how he escaped in our facility and whether they are officials implicated. Yes, there are officials implicated from G4S in terms of the investigative report that we have. Whether the investigation from correctional services has been completed or not, yes, it has been completed and submitted to me on the 24th of March. We will give a blow by blow to that, to the portfolio committee, as to when the investigation started and the types of officials implicated, and also those that have been placed on notice within correctional services who might have been derelict of duty in terms of the monitoring of the contract. So we will definitely give a blow by blow to the portfolio committee on Wednesday of that investigation. The what is the what was his real name within our system? His name within our system was Thabo Bester. That is what we have. But as you are aware, it has since emerged that there are different names and connotations which Home Affairs is dealing with, and they are better placed to help. And they are helping the authorities as to his real names and identity. And I can confirm that indeed he also, correctional services did also have his DNA. So there is a number of leads that will help the investigators to look into, to really deal with the issue of the real name. But the one we had in correctional facility, it was Mr. Thabo Bester. The with regards to the contract, as you will remember, the National Commissioner for Correctional Services did say that we have referred the issues of the breach to the contract to our lawyers for a legal advice. What should be done and what should happen, and we understand your anger. We are also angry because we also believe this is the highest level of dereliction of duty by G4S in that facility. But we will leave the process to the lawyers to guide us and to advise us. Then we will be able to take a decision as to what is the best way forward in this scenario. But we want to mention that this is a 25-year contract that is expiring in 2026. So we're looking at all the pros and cons from when we had it, whether the facilities that we have, and whether it is worth it to take it over altogether now, between now and 2026, the cost and all those things which we are looking into. And when we have got all those, including the legal advice, we will be able to tell the nation what is our way forward in this regard. But as you are aware, the National Commissioner has appointed a temporary managers that they've taken over in the facilities in terms of Section 112 of the Correctional Services Act. So that's where we are at this stage with regards to the G4S contract. Thank you very much.
Confirmation we talk about is a confirmation we got from authorities. We can't go beyond that at the present moment. When the National Commissioner of the Tanzanian Police says yes, this guy has several names, but what we've confirmed is that he has escaped from the South African prisons. Scientifically, as he comes back, we'll continue with the fingerprints, DNA, and all that. That's that. But not only him confirming, the Interpol has confirmed that the person we found is a person that escaped, is a person that we have been trying to find. The names, indeed, Bester, but we were given the list of several names by the Home Affairs of that person. So this could be the one that he finally worked with, but there are other names that will be there. Maybe seeing him again, it will help to confirm the further things in terms of the names. We've seen National Commission did not answer the issue maybe of father, but we have seen people, this Dr. Nandi, we have seen people calling themselves mother of Bester, but it has been already disputed that that is a proper mother. So we bank on investigations that at the end of the day, the investigation will have to give all this information when we put before the nation and say, this is it, this is final. Again, the follow up from Sophie, where we don't know if he was assisted by the terrorist and all that, but it does look like he has a lot of influence, maybe it's money or influence or whatever. How was he arrested? Was he walking? Was he on foot? No, he was on a black SUV. Three of them, as they were stopped. As I think the News 24 person asked how by the police was arrested by police of Tanzania, and that they put him in custody. But it would have been worked with other structures. That will be the Interpol, surely Interpol South Africa and other structures that would have helped. My parting shot is a holiday. As I said, we all came together. Maybe that's why an operation skipped you this morning by the South African police, where there was guys that were pursued, were getting ready for a cash heist, and they supposed to book in a hotel somewhere here in mainland, and they did not want to book. They said that hotel is too cheap for them, and they were followed. And in Leighton, in Centurion, they were followed by our guys, the police again, and there was an exchange of fire. Two of them are still sleeping there, dead, and they're pursuing two more. Those that are dead are in the beautiful BMW. They are found with 3 AK-47s, and there are others that are pursued in a Jeep Cherokee that have run away. So police these days
are doing their work. Well, it's a holiday that is skipped, you could not see, but that's what the police did this morning. And that crime scene is still hot. Well, from it, you could see that there was exchange of fire, and police came topsack, and kudos to the police.
Thank you, Minister, National Commissioner. Colleagues, the Minister of Justice has left us. He has an urgent other engagement to attend to. But if there are any questions that pertain to the information that Minister Cele has just given now around the cash in transit bust, yeah, we can take those questions, Minister, with your permission. Sorry, I didn't ask you. Yes.
The cover-up question was again answered.
Okay.
The allegations of police
Okay.
Allegation of cover-up are allegations until they are proven. They have not been proven. Either those that make allegations that police are involved in this one. So that will be part of investigation. Those that have information, they must come with that information. But police on this one, I don't think that they did any form of cover-up. There is a story here that the question of DNA was done by the police. The story again goes to say the honorable doctor, the good doctor, claimed 3 dead bodies: father, brother, and customary husband. This happened to be customary husband. And the question to her was, so many bodies you are claiming, let's see this one before you go and bury it or burn it and all that. So it was discovered there, this information of. So I don't think then they would have done cover up when they've gone that far to find that information, even before was buried as a customary husband. I think the police on this one, if they have, we will find that. It's quite a broad investigation. As we have asked, there will be people from different level of lives, even people that are out there, because we believe that doctor herself could not have done it alone. This thing of keeping him safe and all that running. But if police are part of cover up, we'll find them. But I believe that big portion of police there, they just try to do their work, flying below the radar. One thing that I can accept here is that maybe it took too long, but there's been the work that has been done by different levels of law enforcement going forward on this one. Thanks.
Okay, I think, colleagues, that definitely then concludes our press briefing. Thank you very much for coming at such notice, and we then wish you.
We all came in short notice.
Yes, umsebenzi, Minister. But we do wish you a happy Easter further with less interruptions, we hope. Thank you very much.
Ngiphuza kakhulu amanzi lapha ekhaya. Mangilandi ngizolo ebusuku.
When you are being processed.
Your best hates being stuck in a slump. Slow Mag. Your best is out here, giving it your all and then some. Your best wants you back. Slow Mag. Beat your slump.
Honorable Member, order.